गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद अध्याय 1 मंत्र 6। सर्वाजीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारञ्च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततः तेनामृतत्वमिति। सर्वाजीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते। बृहन्ते बृहत्, the infinite, the infinite is Brahman. That is why it is called Brahman. Brihi Vriddhau Dhatu. It is the infinite. And infinite means it is free from Desha Paricheda, Kala Paricheda, as well as Vastu Paricheda. It has no Desha Paricheda, no limitations in terms of space. Every object in the world has Desha Paricheda because it has a given dimension, given volume. It is there in this space and it is not there. Desha Paricheda. Likewise, Kala Paricheda. It is limited in time. Everything that is subject to change has Kala Paricheda because it is confined to a given time. Date of birth and date of death. Manufacturing date and expiry date. It is Kala Paricheda. Then there is Vastu Paricheda. Limitation in Vastu, a given object. So Brihat means free from all limitations. And it happens to be the support of the whole universe. Sarvajive sarvasamsthe. Everything is sustained on Brahman. and it is the resolution ground. Sarva samsthe, everything resolves into Brahman at the end. Then there is a Brahma Chakra. Brahma Chakra is Samsara Chakra. That was described in Mantra 4. Mantra 4 described Samsara as a chakra. The Samsara Chakra itself is called Brahma Chakra because it is supported by Brahman. Where is the Samsara Chakra rotating? It is rotating on Brahman. Since the whole Jagat is in Brahman, everything is supported by Brahman. Therefore, all our samsara is also on Brahman. It is like waves. Waves in the ocean of Brahman. Asmin hamso bhramyate. Hamsa refers to Jiva. Hanti gacchati adhvanam iti hamsaha. Jiva is called Hamsa because Jiva keeps going, gacchati, from one body to another body, from one life to another life, from one problem to another problem. Jiva keeps traveling. So, Bhramyati, it keeps traveling and it keeps going round and round. Brahmanam. Because it is a chakra. It is like the giant wheel going up and then coming down. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam. Again birth, again death, and again entering into mother's womb. The cycle continues. And the Jiva keeps thinking that sometime all its problems will come to an end and it will remain happy forever. Just like a happy ending movie. In some olden movies, at the end they will write, and thereafter they lived happily forever. In some stories, it used to come. All story happened, and at the end, thereafter they lived happily forever. Is it true? You don't know because you know only what happened in the story. What happens after the story? Similar stories continue. Because the story of a Jiva, it is not just between two finite points. It is an ongoing story. if somebody wants to tell his story, it is never ending. Because it is not just that we had only this life. We had countless lives. So even as far as the past is concerned, our story was long, long, long. Everybody's story. And even now we keep thinking, everyone keeps thinking, one day I will live happily forever. All my problems will come to an end. When we were school children, students, we thought after the 10th exam, after the school gets over, 10th exam, all my problems will come to an end. I don't have to go to school anymore. But after 10th, there is 11th and 12th. So one more board exam. So then we thought after 12th all my problems will get over. Then I will go to college and then I'll be happy, because you see that college students are happier than the school students. They have more freedom. They can keep two-wheelers. Then you join the college, university. You think after my education, all my problems will come to an end. That is one more point, one more target to reach. So the story continues. We think at some point all our problems will get over. After I get job, all my problems will get over. I'll be happy forever. Then he gets job. Then he starts thinking, after I get retirement, problems are over. Then he is retired. So many retired people are there. You can ask them, are all problems over? No. वृद्धस्तावत् चिंतासक्तः, बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः, तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः, वृद्धस्तावत् चिंतासक्तः. So after retirement, there are retirement problems. And then if somebody thinks after death all my problems get over, even that is not so. Because one more janma. So the problems never get over. So every jiva is struggling. A series of struggles. Struggle for one thing, as soon as it gets over, then the struggle for another thing begins. So it is a series of never-ending struggles. A never-ending series of struggles. And that is called samsara. Samsarati iti samsara. Samsaranam samsara. A perpetual movement is called samsara. Sam means perpetual, never ending. Sara, Sr, Sarati means movement, going. A perpetual journey, perpetual struggle. And that is the story of a jiva. So nobody has to tell his or her story. We know everybody's story. This is everybody's story. Upanishad knows everybody's story. Hamsaha Brahmyati Brahma Chakre. How long does this Hamsa Brahmyati? As long as there is ajnana, as long as there is ignorance. Ajnana is the cause of samsara. Ignorance is the cause of samsara. And because of the ignorance, there is a Veda drishti. Prathagatmanam preritarancha matva. I am different and the Ishvara is different. Jiva Ishvara Veda drishti. There is Jiva Ishvara Veda. As long as this Veda is real, there is samsara. I am different, Ishvara is different, the universe is different, other jivas are different. This is called Veda drishti. The Upanishad says, as long as there is Veda drishti, samsara will not come to an end. As long as duality is real, samsara will not come to an end. Because as long as there is duality, I am a limited being. There cannot be duality without limitation. If there is duality, I am limited. I can become anything. We can try to become anything, but we remain limited nonetheless. As long as there is limitation, there is a lacking. Limitation includes a lacking. I lack this, I lack that. As long as there is a lacking, there is samsara. One cannot be happy. Because the sense of lacking keeps nagging. I don't have this. I don't have that. What is it? A sense of lacking. In Sanskrit, it is called vaikalya. Someone says, I am not married. It is a vaikalya. I have everything. In Bangalore, you find so many such people. They have everything, they have lot of money, but they are not married. So that is one lacking. And if they are married, there are no children, it is another lacking. And one lacking is enough to bother for the entire life. So everybody has a list of lacking. I lack this, I lack that. Even at the intellectual level, there is lacking. Even at the physical level, there is lacking. Someone doesn't have hair. Someone doesn't have teeth. At the physical level, there is lacking. At the mental level, there is lacking. At the intellectual level, there is lacking. Someone says, I am not able to remember. We can think of our ignorances, what we have not learned. Someone doesn't know English. Someone doesn't know French. Someone doesn't know Kannada. Someone doesn't know Malayalam. So we have lackings at the intellectual level. So we can keep on count our lackings. And these lackings constitute samsara. Because all our worries are about what we lack. So, as long as there is duality, there is a sense of limitation, and a sense of limitation is responsible for samsara. Therefore, Veda drishtya samsaraha. Because of Veda drishti, there is samsara. As long as Veda drishti continues to exist, there will be samsara. Then how to be free from samsara? Abheda drishtya mokshaha. Abheda jnanena mokshaha. Understanding of the abheda, non-different, it is the way to moksha. Jushtastatastena tataha, thereafter, after struggling in the samsara for a very, very long time, tena jushtaha, he gets the grace of Ishvara. Because of some punya, he gets the grace of Ishvara. And because of the grace of Ishvara, he understands the truth. He understands the reality. The duality is unreal. Veda is mithya. Dvaita is mithya. What is satya? What is real? The non-dual. The all-pervasive Atma. It is the reality. And I am the all-pervasive Atma. I am free from all limitations. I am free from all lackings. It is not that I have to become free from lackings. We can never become free from lackings. You can try for thousands of janmas. You cannot become free from lackings. Because anything that you get, any addition, is subject to subtraction. Then how to attain freedom from lacking? Vedanta says, you don't have to become free from lackings, because you are already free from lackings. You are already infinite. You are already complete, because you are the Brahman, the infinite. So, tena jushtaha, Ishwarena jushtaha, blessed by Ishwara. And blessing from Ishwara, the true blessing from Ishwara is the self-knowledge. Any other blessing is not a real blessing. There are so many people who are receiving Ishwara's blessing in various other ways. Some are getting money, some are getting name and fame. But what is the true blessing? It is self-knowledge. It is purely internal. You cannot see. You can know only for yourself. Whether somebody else has it or not, you cannot know. It is an inner asset. Tena jushtaha, Ishwarena jushtaha. If someone is truly blessed by Ishvara, the Ishvara's blessing comes in various ways. And sometimes it is a blessing in disguise. In most of the cases, blessing comes in disguise. We think it is a curse, but it is really a blessing. If you look into the lives of some saints, they underwent some suffering, and because of the suffering, the course of their life changed. Perhaps if they did not have such shocking incidents in life, they would have led a normal, happy life. A normal, happy life is rather a stagnant life, as far as spirituality is concerned. One can lead a spiritually stagnant life. Most often, a normal, happy life, what is considered normal and happy in the world, is generally a spiritually stagnant life. But then there is another form of life. From the outside perspective, from the worldly perspective, it is not at all a desirable one. It is full of difficulties, full of struggle, full of vairagya. He gives up everything. Simple life of tapasya, life of austerities. And some are able to lead such a life. It is a blessing. Some have the inclination to lead such a life. It is a blessing. So, tena jushtaha, being blessed by Ishvara in the form of viveka, in the form of vairagya, in the form of desire to get moksha. In the form of exposure to the Brahmajnana, exposure to the Vedanta teaching. All these are Ishvara's blessing. And that is how Ishvara facilitates moksha. Tena jushtaha, being blessed by Ishvara, he understands the non-dual. And then amritatvameti, he attains amritatva, he attains moksha. Moksha is called amritatva. Freedom from death. Freedom from death means freedom from life also. Every birth, every life is followed by a death. In Vedantic terminology, death stands for the whole life. Because with every life, death comes as a free gift. Buy one, get one free. If I want one more janma, I should be ready for one more death also. So, if someone chooses one more birth, he has to be ready for one more entire cycle. A birth is not possible without death. Enjoyment is not possible without suffering. Possession is not possible without losing. So, it is a package of sweet and bitter. Life is like a package. So, amritatva means freedom from death. And freedom from death includes freedom from the whole package. No more samsara. Amritatvameti, he attains moksha. So, abheda jnanat, abheda drishtya moksha. Mantra 7. Udgitametat paramam tu brahma tasmin strayam supratishthaksharancha atrantaram brahmavido viditva लीना ब्रह्मणि तत्परायो निमुक्ताः. Yeah. So, the previous mantra stated Jiva Brahma Aikya Jnanat Muktihi. Understanding the oneness of Jiva and Brahman. Jiva Brahma Aikya Jnana. Understanding the non-difference between Jiva and Brahman leads to moksha. In other words, if you understand you are not different from Brahman, then you get moksha. How is it possible? How my non-different from Brahman, my being non-different from Brahman leads to my moksha? Then the Upanishad says, moksha is the nature of Brahman. Since moksha is the nature of Brahman, being non-different from Brahman is moksha. Being non-different from Brahman is moksha, because moksha is the nature of Brahman. That is why, if we have to get moksha, we have to get Brahman. That is why Taittiriya Upanishad says, Brahmavidapnoti param. Brahmavit param apnot. One who knows Brahman attains the param. What is param? The ultimate. Ultimate means ultimate purushartha. The ultimate goal of life. The knower of Brahman attains the ultimate goal of life. How is it possible? Shankaracharya raises a question in the commentary. How can the knower of Brahman attain the ultimate goal of life? Then Shankaracharya says, the ultimate goal of life is Brahman. Tadeva Brahma Param. Brahman itself is the ultimate. That is why one who attains Brahman has attained the ultimate. Therefore, attaining moksha is nothing but attaining Brahman. Moksha prapti is nothing but Brahma prapti. Because Brahman is moksha. So, how Brahman is moksha? It is described in this mantra. Udgitametat paramam tu brahma. Etad brahma paramam. This Brahman is paramam, the ultimate, the supreme. Paramam means parapurushartha, parama purushartha, the ultimate goal of life. What is the ultimate goal of life? Let us leave Brahman aside. Let us think for ourselves. For us, what is the ultimate goal? Yeah, we want permanent happiness, eternal happiness, and absolute freedom from problems. Absolute happiness and absolute freedom from problems. Let us call it Shashvata Sukha and Shashvata Shanti. It is our goal. In fact, the ultimate goal. So, that is why it is Paramam. And the Upanishad says, Brahman is Paramam. Etad Brahma Paramam. This Brahman is Paramam. Because Brahman is the happiness, the ultimate happiness. And it is absolutely free from all problems. And how it is Paramam? The Upanishad itself describes Udgitam. There is the word Udgitam. Udgitam etat paramam tu brahma. Etat brahma paramam, because it is Udgitam. Udgitam means Utkrishya Gitam. It is distinguished from the world. It is revealed by the Upanishad by distinguishing it from the world. Implying that it transcends the universe. The Upanishad reveals Brahman as the one who transcends the universe. The Shastra describes Brahman as the one who transcends the universe. Atyatishthad dashangulam, as it is stated in Purusha Suktam. Sabhumim vishwato vritva atyatishthad dashangulam. He pervades the universe. In the meantime, Brahman stands 10 inches above the world. Standing 10 inches above means transcendence. Brahman transcends the universe. How Brahman can transcend? Because Brahman is a greater reality and the universe is a lesser reality. The greater reality transcends the lesser reality. For example, if you consider a mirage water, the water that is projected in a desert, the mirage water cannot make the sand wet. The desert doesn't get wet because of the mirage water. Why? Because the sand is a greater reality and the water is a lesser reality. It is projected. Mithya. Likewise, the universe is mithya and Brahman is satya. Therefore, Brahman transcends the universe. It is the transcendent reality. Since Brahman transcends the universe, it is Paramam. It is not affected by the problems of the universe. Not affected by the samsara. Not affected by the limitations of the universe. Therefore, Paramam. Yas tasmin trayam supratishthaksharancha tasmin trayam supratishtha. The previous line said Brahman transcends. When it is said, one might think Brahman is somewhere above in the seventh heaven, in another world, above this planet Earth. Then the Upanishad says it is not so. It is all pervasive. It is all pervasive yet transcendent. How is it possible? Let's take the example of a movie screen. Every picture is on the movie screen. But in the meanwhile, the movie screen transcends all the pictures. It is not affected by any of the picture projected thereon. Therefore, tasmin trayam supratishtha. Trayam. Three things are projected on Brahman. What are the three? Bhokta, the enjoyer, our body, our mind, we as the individuals, all our individualities, all our names and forms, it constitutes the bhokta, the enjoyer. It is also projected on Brahman. So bhokta and bhogya. Bhogya means the object universe. The universe that is in front of us. The universe that we enjoy, that we experience is called bhogya. And bhoga, all our experiences. Bhokta, bhogya and bhoga. These are three things. We as the experiencers, our mind, our senses, our names, our forms, it makes us an individual. What makes us an individual is the upadhi. The mind, the senses, etc. It is also projected. Even this should be understood, because by nature, in our essential nature, we are not bhokta. We are not enjoyers. What makes us enjoyer? What gives us the enjoyer status? It is this upadhi. And this upadhi is also projected on Brahman. That means it is also not real. And bhogyam, the whole universe in front of us. Sometimes it is pleasant, sometimes it is unpleasant, desirable, undesirable, all types of objects. It is also projected, mithya. And bhoga, all our experiences. Every event that we experience. In fact, life is a series of experiences. Bhogas. Sometimes pleasant, sometimes unpleasant, sometimes neutral. So, all these three. And the bhoga also consists of the three states: Jagrat, waking, dream, and deep sleep. All are projected on the Brahman. So Brahman is the substratum. Paramatma is the substratum. And everything is projected on Brahman. Therefore, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, Bhokta, Bhogya and Bhoktru. All these three are Mithya. What is real? The Brahman. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.